Hello, hello. Voice Wrestling Quiz Nights. Not gonna lie, I have just woken up. That's how screwed up my sleeping schedule is at the moment. So, I am going to be on point as a streamer, as always, as I'm sure you can tell. Rob is echoey. Well, I do have headphones in. Let's fiddle with some wires. Does that sound any better? It's on your end. There we go. Welcome. This week we have ourselves a title match. A few weeks ago we finished our big tournament. 9 weeks of quizzing. I was about to say hundreds of entrants, but that would have been a lie. Tens of entrants. We all came down to the grand final. Liam won. There he is with his nice shiny belt, his world's hardest quiz determination league trophy, his crown. He is the champion. But we have ourselves a challenger. Last week we had the grand battle royale, the battle royal of quizzing, and Connor came up victorious after a very hard fought. Some would say too long, but who are they to say that? Final two. Connor managed to emerge triumphant and earn himself a title shot, the first title shot of this wonderful championship. Will Liam be able to earn himself the first key on his fancy belt? Because keys are cool. Can't call it Open the Voice Gate Championship because that would very much sound like a thing that the Open the Voice Gate podcast would do. But, we do have keys, I've decided. Or will Connor come away victorious and we'll have ourselves a new championship? New championship? New champion. Easy for me to say. As always, thanks everybody for watching. I am your quizmaster, your host, Robin Reed. Alan's not feeling well. That's sad. Hope he's feeling better soon. As always, I'm going to be reading both the stream chat on Twitch, but also the Voice of Wrestling Discord chat, which on normal weeks is where we pull competitors from. This week we've already got our two finalists for the championship match, so I'm not going to be directly pulling anyone, but most people do participate in the chat in the Discord as opposed to the Twitch chat, although I will be reading either. You can join the Discord. I think it should be below the stream. There's an icon, big square with like the Discord logo. Click it, you get an invitation to the Discord, or you can go to voicesofwrestling.com and there's a tab that says Discord, and again, click it. And you're taken to the Discord. Then along the side, there's a section called Voice of Wrestling Podcasts, and below, in there somewhere, there is VoW Quiz Night, which is where all the cool kids hang out, and are currently doing so. Let's get our two contestants on the line. If the two of you could join the voice channel, that would be tremendous. Let me just mute while I blow my nose. Still getting hay fever this late in the year. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Let me just bring up the scoreboard. That needs changing. Not Alan this week. It's Connor with one N. There we go. Uh,
Good morning.
Hello, hello. Welcome to the two of you.
Robin's on Australian time, obviously, because I also just woke up. But for me, it's like 7 a.m., so it's a bit more socially acceptable at waking up at, 10 p.m. British time.
Yeah, I've clearly just acclimatized to the time of my champion. So it's I blame you really.
Look, okay, I'll take that blame. I'll accept that burden.
It's the magic of the crown. The magic of the
Oh, yeah.
crown. Connor, are you there?
Connor,
Discord is not detecting an input from his mic. That's unfortunate.
what
So,
while while Connor tries to get it working, I'll tell you a little story about this quiz that happened over the last week or last few weeks.
okay.
So I have Twitter, of course, and my boss follows me on Twitter, which is a very dangerous decision if you've ever seen my Twitter, because my Twitter is full of like first posting about Shuji Shikawa and sad posting and drunk posting, and it's considering like the line of work I'm in, which is like government sort of policy design and program practice, like maybe not the best Twitter to have for my like professional future, but
Yeah,
it's my Twitter, so
it is what
fuck
it
off.
is.
So I'm going into like this big meeting with a bunch of executives. Executives I know, people I know a little bit, but people who are like way more senior than I am. And I'm going to give like this hour-long presentation on the work I've been doing in the past 6 months or whatever it's been. And first minute of the meeting, I'm sitting there with my boss, and he says, "Oh, Liam, tell boss A and boss B what you do on the weekend." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I didn't do much. Kept it kind of chill, kept it kind of quiet." And then he's like, "No, tell them what you did." And I'm like, Dave, don't make me do this. Like, you really want to have this conversation now? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, either you show them or I show them. I'm like, okay, fine. So I go up and I'm like, okay, I explain to them. And this is like a group of people who have not been exposed to the fact that I like professional wrestling yet. They don't know this at all, and they're also pretty like important people for my career. So I have to go and explain to them, oh yeah, by the way, on the weekend, I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go and participate in a quiz with international wrestling fans, and I kicked all their asses, and I basically stomped this deep pure nerd into the ground, and that sort of stuff. And they were
The
like,
usual.
God, you're such a fucking nerd. I'm like, yeah, kind of. Sorry,
Little
guys.
bit, little bit.
Kind of knew this. Yeah.
That sounds like a very nice thing for your boss to do to you. That was very kind of
Yeah.
him, really.
Yeah. He really sort of like had to like. He was like, I need to show off this guy's personality, because I don't show any personality at work, obviously, at all, ever. It's all just like, I'm not like known as like the guy who comes in with pink hair and tells people to go away, less politely. But yeah, he was like, I'm gonna do this to you. I'm like, great, thanks. I'm gonna have to try and figure out a way to get back at you at some point. Thanks for that. So Connor is having some sort of technical issue, I believe.
Uh-huh. Let's try this again. Connor, is that working any better? That is an unfortunate amount of silence from Connor. Um, Connor has fucked around with it a bit, and he's typing. I'm guessing nothing by the result. Worst comes to worst, I could get you
He
to
can
just.
restart his computer and try again, and then you can. What was that? Sorry for interrupting.
If we can't get it working, he could probably just type his answers, I guess. He's been on enough episodes now that I trust him not to cheat. It would cause. Connor, you can type the answer. Can you hear us? Is it just you can't say anything? Looks like Discord is not detecting any input from your mic. Let's fix that. Unfortunate.
Well, that's fixable, yeah. That's
Okay, Connor can hear us.
definitely.
So we're gonna have a one-sided quiz because and if you find a way to fix it midway through, that would be.
Hello, 1 2 1
Oh,
2.
here we go.
Hey,
There we
hey, there you
go.
go.
1 2 1 2.
Tremendous.
Good morning, Connor.
A late, little stalling tactic before the championship match, just to put the champ off his balance.
Connor, we can.
How-
Hold on. I see. So we are playing as Brian Wade, one of my pals, who is not a wrestling fan in the chat, is sort of saying we are playing the Discord audio problem game, where if one thing doesn't work, if one thing starts working, another thing stops working, which is inexplicable. But Connor, we can hear you. He's really trying
I can
to
no
like
longer hear
stall
him
us
anymore.
out. Okay, well,
So I could hear him for a little bit.
Yeah.
It sounded like he couldn't hear us.
You can't hear me.
Oh no! Now we can hear him again. There we go. But it is popping up as like his icon's going green without him speaking quite a bit. Like it says he's speaking now, but I'm not hearing him now, which is unfortunate.
It might be a thing where Connor should. The suggestion in chat was like close Discord, like go into go into like Windows Explorer or whatever, if you're on a Mac. I don't know Macs very well, and like completely close Discord and then reopen it. That might fix it, maybe. Or no buzzer games. Look, this is like the it's like what would be a good example? It's like you've got. No, I've got no example. I was trying to think of like I was trying to think of like scrappy young upstart, like the sort of like the wrestling equivalent of like a punk band versus like ELP or some like really over the top prog band. And then I was trying to get into like an NWA defense or something like that, and I was like, no, I can't think of an example off the top of my head because like all the things that immediately come to mind. I was just like, oh yeah, Flair versus Harley Race, Flair versus Ricky Steamboat. No, those both can't be called like rag tackle operations.
Well, I've just double checked, and we thankfully do not have any buzz arounds tonight, so it could be doable. Even with.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you,
Connor, we can now hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Tremendous.
Hey, we got there. Yes,
we got there in the end. Tremendous. Right. So
we just want to like really build up the anticipation,
Yeah, definitely, and not like drive people off as we stall. Hello.
How are you, Connor?
Everybody in chat.
Not too bad. How are you guys?
Doing well.
Not
I've
too
just
bad.
woken up. Rob has also just woken up, which would be fine, except that we are literally on opposite sides of the world. So, slightly worrying for at least one of us. But good.
I'm clearly just
cold.
lined up with the UFC tonight, so
Yeah.
Some would say it's optional.
So how we gonna do this, Rob?
So we have ourselves a best of 3, as in 3 different rounds. Whoever takes 2 rounds wins. If we have a draw, we do have a tiebreaker set.
Excellent.
We had 5 potential topics drawn for this title defense. You each got 1 veto. WCCW, easy for me to say, was taken out of the pool by, I believe that was Liam.
Mm-hmm.
And 20th Century New Japan was booted by Connor. So we're left
Okay.
with the NWA Oceania, which some would say would lean towards one of the 2 people in the call. Not for me to say.
I've watched a lot of recent Australian wrestling. It goes back more than a few years. I'm bunched.
See, this is like the interesting little sort of caveat, right? So I live in Australia, but I don't watch Ozres at all. So
yeah, when I said that,
I
was actually referring to the advantage of Connor, of course. That's definitely what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah. So like everything I know about Ozres is basically like through osmosis through other wrestling fans I know like locally who I go to bars with. So I'm like, yeah.
So Yes, so we are left with NWA, 20th Century, All Japan, and Oceania. We have three
Cool.
different rounds, but one of them they have picked specialist topics for. So those three topics will only be for 2 of the rounds. The first
Right.
round we have coming up is squad goals, which we have done a few different times.
Fuck. Okay.
And it is about tag teams. So basically, we're going to take it in turns. I will either give you two members of a tag team, and I'll need you to give me the tag team name, or
Okay.
the opposite, where I give you a tag team name, and I'll need you to give me the two names of the members. When I do that, I need you to give me the 2 names of the members specifically while they were under the the names they were using while in the tag team, rather than maybe their more famous
Right.
names that they picked up later. There are 8 questions for this round, so it is possible for a draw. Champion's privilege.
Is that 8 apiece, or is that 8 in total?
Just 8 total. But I am
8 total.
gonna
Okay.
allow steals for this one.
Okay.
Unlike in previous iterations. It's 2
Keep it
points
tight.
if you 2 points if you get it. If you get your question right, if you get their question right after they've got it wrong, you get just a 1 point.
Cool.
Liam, as the champion, I'll
Hi.
give you the choice. Would you like to go first or second on this one?
Look, I think tradition is always in a championship match, the challenger comes in first. And so, because I'm not Kento Miyahara, I'd like to continue with that tradition. I'd like to Connor to go first.
Okay.
Okay, so Connor, the first tag team for you. What was the tag team name of John Davis and Corey Chavez?
The Dark City Fight Club.
It is indeed, former NWA tag team champions.
What?
Right.
Okay. Cool.
NWA. I'm counting all of it. I'm not just counting the prime territories.
They were in Ring of Honor in 2010.
They were indeed, and then a little
That's
bit
what
after that, NWA champions.
That's kind of what worried me. I was looking up like 40s NWA matches just to see, like, because that counts. So
it does, although there's only so much you can actually find about it. So there's and I can't profess to hold a tremendous 40s NWA knowledge. Okay, we're going back to Liam for a chance to level it early. Don't want to fall behind. What was the tag team name of Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens?
Chase Stevens, Andy Douglas. The Naturals.
It is indeed the Naturals. You really made it seem like you didn't know that one, and then
you had to think about that one.
Yeah, I did. Because I was like, is it Naturals, or is it something natural something, or yeah, I was just like, or is it the Naturals or Naturals, or I just had to like,
Also NWA champions.
They were in TNA, yeah?
They're in TNA when TNA was NWA TNA.
Right, okay, yep.
Gotcha. Okay, we're going back to Connor. Good start, high quality. What were the individual names of the team, the Sheep Herders?
Good question.
This is a good question. So this is obviously not their names. I'm just trying to remember, did they have the same names when they were the Bushwhackers as when they were the Sheep Herders? Are we counting all of the Sheep Herders, or just like the main 2?
Just the main 2.
Okay. Shite. Is it? I feel like I'm gonna get their second names in reverse. Is it Luke Miller and Butch Williams?
You did exactly what you said you'd do.
Damn it!
So you were so close that I'm not going to give you the points, but I'm not going to give Liam a chance to steal because it would almost be a bit unfair. So
I mean, you did also just reveal that they were reversed.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
Kind of,
So
yeah.
That's
very good.
Am I breaking up on my end or your end? Okay, I think we're good again now. Okay, so back to Liam. The new Midnight Express.
Ah,
Uh, New Midnight Express. Is this that WWF team?
Let's just pause for a bit. Apparently, there's some stream issues, so
there is, yeah.
Okay, so I'll just give everyone a chance to fix that.
Apparently, there is new. Oh, apparently they.
Apparently, we're back. Tremendous.
Okay.
So, chat can let me know. What was the last thing you heard? No, we'll just start at the beginning of that question again.
Okay, so it's new Midnight Express, yeah.
Indeed, that was the question.
So that's the team that came into WWF in like '98 with the NWA tag titles with Cornette. So it is. Oh, do you want their gimmick names, or do you want the wrestler names?
Need their gimmick names under that tag team.
Yeah. Okay. It is Bombastic Bob and Bodacious Bart.
Nailed it.
Okay.
That would be
Cool.
Bart Gunn and the man who would go on to be Hardcore Holly. So, taking a lead to 4-2. Strong start from our champion. Okay, going back to Connor. The next tag team.
Okay.
The Great Kojika and Matoshi Akuma.
No idea.
Is that a pass?
That's a pass, yeah.
This is gonna shock you, but I also have no idea.
That would be the Great. That's the one that I told you. That would be the Rising Suns. Was their tag team name?
In Big Japan.
They were all Japan.
Kojika was Kojika was an All Japan guy for a while. He was All Japan till like 96, 97. I think he was like an All Asia tag champ at one point.
I think maybe a little bit earlier than that, but you could be right.
He's got like a shirt. He's got like a shirt that claims like he's a 3-time All Asia tag champ or something. And I'm like, you're like 80 years old, and that's the biggest achievement of your career. Come on, God.
I'm being asked how the score is 4-2. It's 2 points for each correct answer. Unless it's a steal, then it's only 1 point. So Liam has got 2 of his questions right, and Connor has got 1 of his questions right. Okay, so over to Liam for his question. This.
No, I think it's my turn, isn't it?
No,
oh no, he stole the last one. Sorry.
Well, I tried to steal and then failed.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
All good.
No worries. So this tag team is the British Bruisers.
British Bruisers. Dynamite Kid and
Josh Bodum is being guessed in the chat. Could be him.
It's an All Japan team.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's go, Josh Bodum.
It is unfortunately not Josh Bodum, team with Dynamite Kid. Connor, do you have a guess to steal for the point?
Yeah, is it Davy Boy Smith and what was his name? Was it Johnny Smith?
Ooh, between the two of you, you'd have got it right. It was Johnny Smith and Dynamite Kid. It was them replacing Davy Boy Smith with Johnny Smith because,
Yeah, right.
you know, same surname. Definitely the same person.
Yeah.
Yes, Dynamite Kid and Josh Bodum would be the most cancelled tag team of all time.
On the bright side, though, it would be a tag team where Dynamite Kid would be the least problematic member of the team. Maybe?
Potentially.
Okay. Which is dark.
Okay, so back to Connor. For a chance to level things up and then potentially steal the last question for the win. This one, half of the answer seems fairly obvious, but I'm looking for, obviously, the full names of the people. This is the Lewin brothers.
Okay.
I feel like one of us may have cut out because I'm getting complete silence now.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that last. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the tag team I'm looking for is the individual names of the Lewin brothers.
That is the Lewin brothers, Connor, if you didn't catch that.
Lewin brothers. Mark Lewin's the only one I know. If that's the same Lewin brothers we're talking about, I don't know.
I'll give nothing away. As
He's
it
the only
could be
wrestler I can
stolen.
think of with Lewin in.
Well, I can tell you it's two brothers. So if you can guess a random other first name, there's always a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of like the completely wrong era, but Mark Lewin is the only wrestler I can think of with Lewin in his second name. So he's one, and Frank Lewin is the other. I have no idea.
Unfortunately, not correct. I will say no more. Liam, your chance to steal for the point.
Mark Lewin and like Bob Lewin.
Unfortunately, not. It was Don Lewin.
Okay.
A prolific oceanic tag team from the research I hastily did.
Yeah, Mark Lewin was pretty big in the States, but I don't ever remember seeing Don Lewin around. I haven't even heard of him.
I think before Mark Lewin went to the States, or maybe it could have been after, was when they were primarily a tag team over in Australia and New Zealand. I don't think anyone got that one in the chat either, so that must have been a hard one. Don Lewin sounds like a pimp. He does a bit, doesn't he? So, Liam, you have secured this round, but if you want to, you can absolutely crush him by getting this one. This tag team is Caveman Ugg and Sid Parker, or Side Parker.
Oh fuck!
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got the Prehistoric Express. Like that.
Close.
Close.
Connor, for your chance to not quite draw, but feel a bit better.
Sure. The Prehistoric Death Cult.
That would indeed be their name.
Oh, that's a good tag name. That's a really good name.
I believe that name was drawn up by Voices Wrestling staff member, also called Liam, whose surname I'm blanking on, but host of Wednesday Night War Games, and fellow Australian.
Yeah. Okay. It's a good name. I gotta steal that.
It is a very good name. Liam, you
underrated
have
tag team.
You have won the round.
Yeah.
You need one of the next two to successfully defend your title and win yourself a key. And who doesn't want a key? The next round is the roll call, where I give you guys a championship and you list off the winners of that championship. Or maybe not.
Oh man.
Maybe not just championships. We might also do tournaments.
Okay.
For this round, we have 3 different championships, so it's whoever takes 2 wins. If you name all the members, all the holders of the belt or the tournament or whatever, then it will be a tie, and you'll both get a point, which is the same as neither of you getting a point, because that's how relative points work. But it'll make you both feel better.
Thanks, Rob.
So there we go.
Appreciate it.
So, Connor, since you're behind, would you like to start with the NWA topic? Would you like to start with the All Japan topic? Or would you like to start with the Oceania topic?
I'll take the NWA topic.
Oh, you
Okie
fucker.
dokie.
You absolute fucker.
And would you like to go first or second on this one?
I'll go first.
Okay, so it's the big one. There's 54 champions. I am looking for holders of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
You fucker.
Could be here a while.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so do I just rattle these off, or do I have to get it in order?
No, you
just
name
name.
one, and then it goes over to Liam, and he names one, and then you go back and forth.
Right. I get it now. Okay. So NWA World Champion.
Indeed. World's
Okay.
champion.
Obvious.
With an S.
World Champions. Okay. Okay. Obvious one. Ric Flair.
He did indeed. Hold that belt.
Dan 7.
Dan the Beast 7. Put some respect on that name. Yes, he did hold that belt for a very long time. 5th longest holder of that title.
Oh, we're going deep into the 90s, and all right. Ron the Truth Killings.
Ron the Truth Killings, also known as R Truth, and K Quick. He did indeed hold it. I've unfortunately sorted this list by the length of their reign, which makes it harder to locate. How long did he hold the belt? Okay, so he hit 33rd longest
months,
total reign. He's right in the middle there. Back to Liam.
Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis. I believe he's the current champion. And he is 10th longest total reigns with that belt.
Yep.
Nick Aldis, NWA legend.
Connor, you're up.
Connor?
Nightmare Tim Storm.
Indeed, 20th longest combined reigns.
You want to do this? All right. Jax Dane.
Jax Dane. I do not remember his nickname. Was he the Iron Man? Something like that.
Sure.
19th. The guy from the Bruce Tharp era. Back to Connor.
Luthez.
Luthez, longest combined reigns. And
I just wanted to say, go ahead.
was he the first? I don't remember. Maybe.
I just want to say the comedy of like identifying Jax Dane and Nick Aldis and Dan 7 before Luthez as the NWA World Champion. He would be rolling in his grave. Dory Funk Jr.
Dory Funk Jr., 4th longest in combined reigns. Back to Connor.
Terry Funk.
Terry by God Funk. Yes, 17th in combined reigns.
Dusty Rhodes, baby.
Yes, indeed. Where's he on the list? Quite low down because he never held that belt that long, but he held it several times. Where is he? Dusty Ray, 34th in combined reigns, just behind Ron the Truth Killings. I've forgotten who just went last, but whoever did that, it's the other person's turn.
Connor's up.
Have we said Harley Race?
We have not said Harley Race, third longest of all time. You've now ticked off the top 5.
Ronnie Garvin.
Ronnie Garvin, Hands of Steel, 40th longest of all time. Back to Connor.
AJ Styles?
Indeed, the phenomenal one. 24th longest of all time.
Tommy Rich.
Tommy. Oh, my Discord's just crashed. Tommy Rich.
He should count, I think.
Yes, he does. 51st, almost right at the bottom of all time.
He's not okay. Sure.
It may
I
be
thought
a
he was at the
tie
bottom,
with
but-
several people.
Yeah. Okay.
He held it for like a week.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
that's what I was
he's
thinking.
not at the bottom then. There's a few shorter than
Oh.
that.
Oh, okay.
3 people shorter than that then.
In total days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. You're up, Connor.
Who said Tommy
sorry.
Rich?
I said Tommy Rich.
That was Liam.
Yeah, so you're up.
Yep, you're up, Connor.
Sure thing. Kerry Von Erich.
He did indeed hold that belt. Where is he on the list? Oh yeah, 49th for combined reigns. Not a long reign. Won it.
I'm gonna
Go ahead, Liam.
let's go for a contentious one
Ooh.
because I think he held it, but you may disagree. Shane Douglas.
He's the man I've got down as 54th longest reign. The very shortest
Uh,
reign there.
I didn't catch that. Who was that?
Shane
Douglas.
Douglas, the franchise.
Yeah. I was thinking about one. I was wondering whether or not he counts.
Yeah. Yeah, but he did win the match, and he did I guess it's like transitive, but like when you win a match, you become the champion once you've time essentially.
He held it a few
You're up.
hours.
Yeah.
No, less than that. A few seconds, I guess.
It's like an Andre reign.
Mm-hmm.
Connor, you're up.
The chosen one, Jeff Jarrett.
Wow! 8th longest NWA combined reigns of all time, Jeff.
And all of
Jarrett.
them deserved.
Far too few, really. Far too few.
Ken Shamrock.
Indeed, the
Forgot about
most
him.
dangerous man alive. Where is it? 45th longest combined reign. Back to Connor.
Jack Briscoe.
Jack Briscoe. 11th longest reigns of all time.
Steve Carino.
The king of old school. 27th longest reigns. Yep, back to Connor.
Raven.
Raven did indeed hold that belt in NWA TNA, 36th longest of all time.
Sting.
Sting, only 23rd. Thought he'd be a little higher than that, but yep. Right in the middle. Back to Connor.
Has it gone back to me?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Gene Kaniski.
Number
Pull.
6.
Good pull. Good pull.
The highest remaining on the list. Yep, correct.
Giant Barber.
Pardon?
Giant Barber.
Giant Baba. I think that's a contentious one because they
Okay.
happened, but it's not recognised. So I'm gonna not count that one, but I'm gonna give you another guess. I'm not gonna eliminate you on that one.
Wow. Wow. Bias. Okay. Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah.
Yes, 39th. There we are. Back to Connor.
Um.
Oh wait, Liam, you'll
Okay.
get the next one ticked off. I just didn't find Giant Baba on my list. He is indeed there. So
Oh.
you're
Yeah, I
you're
thought
in
he was on it
credit
as
one.
well.
Sure. So Connor's got to guess 2 in a row now.
He does indeed.
All right, man.
Oh,
Good
jeez,
luck.
shit. This is getting
Good
tough.
luck. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I know.
Okay. Is
You got this.
one of them? Did Rhino win it?
Rhino, he did indeed. He won it at, I believe, A Bound for Glory. I could be wrong on that one. Held it for a
I
very
was,
short period of time, but yes,
Yeah.
Rhino was an NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. Gotta get
So-
another name off you though.
This is when we get to the point where I can't remember when TNA broke away from the NWA.
Yeah.
So
Yep. I'm at that same point.
From the ones left, there's a lovely mix of different eras. You've missed off some from each period.
Okay.
Well, thanks, Rob.
This is really a crapshoot for me.
Mhm.
Because this is an era of NWA that I don't know anything about. But was Chris Candido an NWA champion?
Oh, good pull. Good pull.
Is it correct though?
Is it?
Is it?
Chris Candido. He was 35th on the list.
Good
Oh.
pull.
There we go. Back to Liam.
Okay. Shinya Hashimoto.
Shinya Hashimoto. 37th. Boom. Connor feeling all great about getting 2 in a row, and then it's straight back to him. No hesitation.
Yeah, damn, no hesitation. Oh man.
I'm being questioned why I have it in this order. It's because I copied it from Wikipedia combined reigns and then didn't think to alphabetize it, which was stupid.
Damn.
I admit. My bad.
Lesson learned.
But
Lesson
also, it has the, I can then say who had the longest combined reigns, which is very fancy and not at all as anywhere near as useful as having it
You get trivia with your
alphabetized.
trivia.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a guess. I don't know if he ever actually won it, so you can tell I'm kind of running out of answers. But was Buddy Rogers an NWA champion?
He was indeed. He was actually the 12th longest combined holder of that belt.
That's weird that I don't remember him ever hearing that he won it. Okay.
Wasn't that when the split happened between NWA and WWF? Because he was
Yeah,
unrecognized as champ? Or something like
and
that?
then no, I think you're right. And then he was just automatically the WWF champion because of that.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Connor's gonna hate me because I'm gonna keep the pressure on. Tatsumi Fujinami.
That is, I believe, correct. Yep, there he is, 41st. How many we got left? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 left, so we're just past halfway.
Jesus.
Okay. Christian Cage?
He did indeed. That was just before they introduced the TNA World Championship instead. So
Okay.
that's a correct
Okay.
answer.
I'd like to respond to a glaring omission we made. So you got like a list of like a few of the greatest NWA champs of all time, right? You've got Fez, you've got Ric Flair, you've got Harley Race, and we've left off like the fourth pillar of that Mount Rushmore to this date. So I'm going to include him now in the name of Rob Conway.
Indeed.
I didn't catch that.
Rob Conway, the master of the Gentleman's Two.
The fourth pillar of the 4 pillars of heaven of the NWA.
13th longest reigning champion of all time.
Beautiful. Yes, Carter.
Can you hear me?
We can
Yes,
hear
I
you,
can.
but we didn't hear your answer if you gave one.
So I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this. But is it Cahagas? Cahagas?
Yes, was he the Tokyo Monster or something like that?
Yeah,
It was
something
some
like
sort
that.
of monster from some sort of place. But that is indeed correct. 32nd combined reign.
I have no idea who that is. Who is that? Is that like a masked thing? Okay. Anyway. Masahiro Chono.
And he was an indie Great Kabuki. So.
Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
Chono one step ahead of Kahagas in 31st. Two guys who have never been put together before. Back to Connor.
Colt Cabana.
Colt Cabana. We're having a second win from both of you, but that is indeed correct.
Adam Pearce.
The natural follow-on. The 7th longest reigning NWA World Champion of all time, Adam Pearce. You've now ticked off the top 8, but number 9 is still out there. Back to Connor.
Okay, this is where I'm really struggling here. I was hoping he wouldn't pick Adam Pearce.
Sorry.
Oh man. Damn, I can see why you beat 4L. Okay. Me. I don't know if he predates the NWA, but this is kind of like my last shot. Was Jim Londos ever an NWA champion?
Jim Londos. I don't think he was.
dangerous.
Let me double check all the.
Good guess.
I think he's a bit too early.
Yeah, I
he's
think
like
he
30,
might be.
30? He's 30s?
Yeah.
And NWA champion was like 46, something like that.
Unfortunately, that has given Liam the win.
Oh man, I'm exhausted after that.
Well, we've still got 2 more to go, but I'll go through the names that you missed. There's Pat O'Connor, master of the O'Connor roll.
Oh, for God's sake!
There's Blue Demon Jr., as Matt Stryker would butcher. There's Orville Brown. There's Naoya Ogawa. There's Dick Hutton. There's Whipper Billy Watson. There's Tenzan, Hiroyoshi Tenzan. Mike Rapada, or Rapada, I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Satoshi Kojima. Barry Windham. The Sheik. Abyss. Cody. Not Cody Rhodes, just Cody. Brent Albright. That legendary NWA reign, which someone in the chat got, I saw. There's Sabu. There's Gary Steele. And right down there in 53rd, there's Ray Gonzalez. Garrett Kidney
Do you
is
know
very
what?
angry you missed off Abyss.
Do you know what? Pat O'Connor is the only one I should have gotten.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have gotten the rest of them.
The thing is, I had like 4 or 5 left in my holster, but also you got like about 7 I didn't know. So I was just like, oh, thank God. Like all those TNA ones, I was just like, oh, thank God. There was no chance I would have got Christian Cage or a lot of the historical ones as well. So
Okay.
I'm like,
Oh, sorry.
so Connor went first last.
Connor went first last time. He is still behind, so I'm going to give him the option between 19th century All Japan or Oceania.
This is a choice, but I have, right?
Yep.
Yep, you get to pick. You get to pick what topic.
You got to win both of them
Oceania.
anyway, but yeah.
Yeah. I might as well go for Oceania first.
Okay, so Liam is first on this one.
Okay.
So, wait, did you go first last time or?
Connor went first last time.
Okay, so it's your turn.
I
to
went
go
first last time.
So this championship is the PWA Heavyweight Championship, currently in the PWA Black Label promotion.
Okay. Jack Bonza.
Jack Bonza has indeed held that belt. I should say there's 16 possible names here. Connor?
Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit for me. Could you repeat that, please?
So
the first answer was Jack Bonza for the PWA Heavyweight Championship.
And there's 16 possible names, so 15 remaining.
Matty Wahlberg?
Matty Wahlberg. I don't think that's correct, unfortunately. No, he is not one of the 16.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Man. Unless I've made an error. How confident were you in that one? Is it worth me double checking?
No. PWA is like the company I know the least about Australia,
So the 15 names you missed off as Liam successfully defends his championship. Blake Stone, never heard of him. Ryan Eagles, I imagine it's a relation. Mikey Broderick, Fu Manchu, Ahmed Iblis, Mike Valuable, Gene Kelly, I imagine not that Gene Kelly, but a Gene Kelly, Hartley Jackson, Mark Davis of Aussie Open, Mick Morietti, Robbie Eagles, you mentioned Jack Bonza, Will Ospreay, Adam Brooks, Jonah Rock, and Caveman Ugg. So, congratulations on successfully defending your title, but we'll play it out. We'll play it out. The final one, and this is
honestly total guess. So
yeah, well, that's the way it rolls sometimes. That's championship advantage, some would say.
It does help that PWA is based in Sydney, and I live in Sydney. So
who have you seen walking around?
I've seen the Eagles. I've seen people walking around with like Robbie Eagle shirts, like a surprising amount. Like a surprising amount for like a wrestler, independent wrestler in a country. I'll see it like once a month. I'll see a Robbie Eagles shirt in the wild. I'm like, oh, cool, nice.
Cool. The final category is 19th century champion carnival winners.
Do you mean 1990s champion carnival winners?
Oh yes, sorry. 20th century champion carnival winners. My bad.
the 18.
Yeah, who won the carnival in the 1800s?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the 1900s, who won the champion carnival? So every champion carnival up until the year 2000, not including the year 2000 onwards.
Sure. Who's gone first?
That would
Connor
be Connor.
should probably go first.
Yep.
Yeah.
90s champion carnival winner, Jumbo Tsuruta.
He did indeed.
You want to do an order?
Pardon?
Do you want to do them in order?
I mean, you can if you want to. It's up to you.
Cool. The next one is Jumbo won it in 91. The next one is Stan Hansen.
He is indeed the next one.
I didn't hear that one. What was that?
Stan
That was
Hansen,
Stan Hansen.
the Lariat.
Toshiaki Kawada.
Indeed. That is the next
Who
one.
is
I
who
am
was
literally
94.
just listing off All Japan names because I do not know one of these 90s All Japan carnivals.
Cool. Mitsuharu Misawa.
That is indeed the next one. I can see Liam is laying the trap.
What the trap being that there was one of the four pillars who didn't win it, and
I'll say no more.
okay. What if I ignore the four pillars and go with the fifth pillar, John Akiyama? Did he win one?
Nope, not for a while after, unfortunately. The trap was that Kenta Kobashi's first win was in the year 2000. So Liam, if you want to flex, there are 4 names remaining.
Yeah, sure. So Akira Taue won in 96, then Kawada again in 97 in the 3-way, then Misawa in 98, and then Aveda in 99.
And there's 2 from earlier than Saruta.
In the 90s?
In the 1900s. 20th century.
Baba and Abdullah.
Indeed, that's all of them. A dominant 3-0 victory in this round. What a stylish way to defend your championship in your first defense.
I tip my hat to you, Liam.
Oh, that's very kind, Connor. That's very kind.
Let's
see.
Let's see
what the speciality round. Let's see what the speciality round's got for us.
Well, it's the pick your poison match. Pick their poison round. So you've each actually picked the topic for your opponent, which you did not realize you were doing. So if you get the answer right, you get 2 points. If you get it wrong, then the person who actually picked the category gets a chance for just a single point at that point. So the first question is well, you could both reveal what specialist topics you picked.
Sure. I will go first. So Connor, I picked for you Akiyama era All Japan, so 2014 onwards.
I think I might have accidentally stretched that slightly. I may have gone Wrestle 1 Exodus onwards, which adds in a couple of years, sure. But you know, it's basically the same era.
You get the idea.
Whereas Connor, you want to reveal your pick for Liam?
My memory's terrible, Robin. Can you remind me what I picked?
You went for 80s NWA.
Yes, of course.
Shit.
So, you know.
Great.
I'm gathering not a strong category for either of you, respectively. So
this is going to be embarrassing.
We'll start with Connor. Who did Suwama team with in the 2015 Real World Tag League? And that's for Connor.
Shuji wasn't there yet, I don't think.
No.
I have to guess this one, I think. Was it? Was it? I can't think of another Evolution guy. Damn, I'm stumped. John Akiyama. I can't think of it.
Unfortunately, not. Liam for the point.
If my memory serves, this was like a really interesting scenario where I think the finals show was in Ideon Arena 2, and what they did was they had like all the block matches. They had all the block matches, and it ended. I think it was like a 1-block tournament, and they ended in a tie between the last match on the show was a like the top 2 teams, and they ended up on a tie after that match. And because of All Japan's rematch, like tiebreaker rules, they went to an immediate rematch afterwards, which is like one of those really cool scenarios where it's like, okay, you've just seen this match, now you see it again. So the answer to this question, because I've seen this, like, I don't know, relatively recently, is that finals is the Big Guns versus Suwama and Kento Miyahara.
What a show off, but he is indeed correct. So that's a point for
Wow.
Liam.
I have no memory of that at all.
And then I think they broke up immediately afterwards.
Indeed.
I think.
Literally, as soon as they lifted the trophy, they had an argument and had a little brawl, from what I remember. Okay, so that move is being compared to you having someone pinned and then pulling them up. That little bit of showing off there. Okay, so let's see if your NWA knowledge can match up to this braggadocious answers. At the Chi-Town Rumble pay-per-view, two teams of the same name competed against each other in a loser leaves NWA match. What tag team name was it?
Midnight Express?
That is correct. It was
Sure. Okay.
the team
If-
going by
if
the
that-
name The Original Midnight Express, despite not being the original Midnight Express, versus the actual Midnight
Jack
Express.
Victory, wasn't it?
Yes, it was indeed.
Yeah.
So that's... No, I've done that scoring wrong. It should be 3-0, not 2-1. Not to rub it in at all.
Jeez.
There we go. And we're back to All Japan for Connor. How many singles matches did Kento Miyahara lose in 2019?
Oh, that's... Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
And that's for Connor.
I can think of one.
Yeah?
I remember any. One?
Unfortunately not. Liam,
not one.
your chance to steal?
Okay, let's work this out. So, the year 2019, yeah?
Correct.
Okay, so this Champions Carnival. Let me see if I can remember this. Okay, he lost to... Excuse me. He lost to Zeus. He lost to Shuji Ishikawa, and he lost to Gianni Valletta. So that's 3. And then there's the Royal Road Finals. So that's 4. And that's it. It's 4.
Well, thank you to the Human
the Royal-
Tornado, who just decided to host this channel. Very kind of the Human Tornado. So
Was the Royal Road one with Jake Lee?
was indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one I remember. I don't remember him. No memory of
The-
a Champion Carnival at all.
Yeah, there was like a big bullshit match for Gianni, and then there was 2 losses to Zeus and Shuji, which set up the future.
He fucking lost to Gianni Valletta. What?
Yeah. He's also Gianni Valletta like 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would stick out.
I think he may have lost to Gianni 20 in... Doesn't matter. In tags. But yeah, Gianni's pinned Kento like 3 times.
Mm-hmm. And yet, where's the title shot? Where was
Title
the
shot? Yeah, I was thinking.
I know.
Okay, so that was indeed correct, with the right names as well. So over to NWA for a chance for a 6-0 lead. The Russian Nightmare was the moniker of which 80s NWA wrestler?
Ivan Koloff.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Connor, your chance to...
Did Liam say Ivan Koloff?
He did indeed.
So Nikita Koloff?
That would be correct. You've grabbed a point there. 4-1.
Weirdly, Ivan would have been my first choice as well.
I believe he was mostly under the name the Russian Bear.
Right.
The Nightmare was Nikita.
Gotcha.
So back to All Japan. Which 2 men were involved in the match that led to the infamous phrase "Come on, motherfucker, show me power" being uttered?
Oh, one of my favorite moments. Okay, so Joe Doring,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
obviously the utterer of "Come on, motherfucker, show me power," and was it
Attention.
Dun dun
Mm, boom, boom.
dun dun.
Can you hear me?
Oh, did you
Nope.
answer? Sorry,
Now
yeah,
we,
you
now,
cut out.
now we can.
I did try to. So Joe Doring and was the other guy Zeus?
It was
Very
indeed.
good.
It was indeed. Pulling it
Very
back to
good.
4-3.
That was a great moment.
I was at that show and I was like
Nice.
very back row, right in front of the hard camera. I remember like hearing that, just going like, "Fuck, that is so fucking cool!" And like getting like the literal chills down my spine when like Doring yelled that. I was like, "Fuck, that's cool. It's really cool."
Over to Liam for the
Mm-hmm.
NWA question. Which territory did Sam Munchnick run in the early 80s and before that, but up until the early
Oh,
80s?
Carolinas.
Oh,
Unfortunately, not. That's not the one I got down anyway.
I didn't catch Liam's answer. What was that?
He went with the
I guessed the
Carolinas.
Carolinas.
It was the St. Louis Wrestling Club, wasn't it?
It was indeed, bringing it to 4-4. He would
Nice.
become the NWA chairman for a period. Okay, back to All Japan for Connor. Which All Japan wrestler made the late move over to Wrestle 1 in 2014, over a year after the initial departures?
Okay. Could you please say
Uh,
that again, Robin?
Which All Japan wrestler made the late move
Okay.
over to Wrestle 1 in 2014, over a year after the initial departures?
So he left, and then he waited a year, and then he went to Wrestle One.
No, so the initial Wrestle 1 Exodus happened a year
Okay.
before this guy then later made his move over.
Right. Okay. Oh, the Wrestle One Exodus being Muta taking the talent and creating Wrestle One. Yeah.
mhm. Yep.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Shite. Yeah, I don't think I know this.
Have you got a guess or you're passing?
I'm gonna say Kai, but I know that's not right.
That's unfortunately not right. He was over in the initial
Uh,
boat.
yeah, I thought.
Liam, do you have the answer?
No, I don't. The problem is like I know All Japan really well, but I do not know the Wrestle One. So,
I know next
um,
to nothing about Wrestle One.
um, if Aspia was here, he'd be kicking my ass for this. Um, Hiroshi Yamato.
The answer is Manabu Soya.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
We stay tied. Heading into question 8. Back to NWA for Liam. The Midnight
Great.
Rider first appeared in Florida shortly after Dusty Rhodes lost a lights out cage match to which rival of his?
Um. mm, 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 Um. mm, 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 Billy Graham.
Unfortunately not. Connor, your chance to take the lead.
Yeah, okay. I've never watched a minute of Florida in my life, so I'm trying to think about who was there in like '83. There was a heel and that would have feuded with Dusty Florida. Um. Oh, okay. Is it? Was he there or did he come later? Damn, I can't remember. Is it Kevin? Is it Kevin Sullivan?
It is indeed Kevin Sullivan.
Okay, that was. I thought weird. I thought he didn't show up until later. But okay. Then again, my Florida history is like 0, so I don't.
He would after the Midnight Rider showed up and the Midnight Rider beat Kevin Sullivan out of the territory. Then suddenly a guy called Lucifer, a masked wrestler called Lucifer, would show up, who looked a little bit like Kevin Sullivan. And then they had a big lights out cage match between the two of them, where the loser had to unmask, and it turned out Lucifer was indeed Kevin Sullivan. And then, then the Midnight Rider stopped showing up, and then Dusty Rhodes came back. Interestingly.
Yeah, that Midnight Rider stuff was dog shit, and he did it in the NWA in 1988, and it was one of the worst storylines they ever did.
Well, it's earned you the lead, so you due some gratitude to it. Okay, so question 9. This is back to All Japan for Connor. Counting the beginning of the Akiyama era as president as the June 5th, 2014. So that's June the 5th, 2014. Which wrestler held the All Japan Junior Championship when Akiyama took over?
Do I have to get his first and second name?
If you get his surname, that'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm right here, but is it? I can't pronounce it. Is Aoki? A-O.
Atsushi.
K-I.
K-I, yeah.
That is indeed the correct answer.
Very good.
Yeah. God rest him.
Up to, and that's won you the round. So, yes, indeed, rest in peace, Atsushi Aoki. But yes, that has clawed you some pride back as you bring it back to 2-1. As you're now 3 points ahead with only 2 points to play for Liam remaining. So the last question for Liam would be, when Ron Simmons and Butch Reed first teamed together as Doom, who were they managed by?
This feels like a trick question. I'm going to say Nancy Sullivan.
And what name was she going by at that point?
She was going by Woman.
She was indeed.
Okay.
High quality affair in that last round.
Yeah, 80s NWA is my specialty, so that's why I picked it for Liam.
Yeah.
So Connor goes up and takes the round 7-6, but unfortunately, it's not enough to win the championship as Liam takes it 2-1. Liam's now developed a habit of as soon as he wins the match, he then loses all the subsequent rounds. He's very efficient in his winning.
I mean, the problem is there's no drama in that, which I need to work on. Work this.
So here we are. There's Liam with his trophy and his championship and his crown and the new key on the championship. That's for his V1 defense. Many more keys to potentially come in the future, unless someone can wrestle the championship away from him. Yeah, thank you both for coming on. Great fun.
No worries, it was good fun.
Maybe next time, Connor. There's always another chance. Do you have anything you would like to plug, Connor, before I boot you off the call?
Sure thing, if my stream holds up. So I have a YouTube channel that's called Imparter. Among other things, I am doing a series called Being Irish in Ireland.
Sounds like a difficult thing to do.
And
do you want to plug your Twitter?
Sure thing. At Imparter_Connor.
Cool. Thanks for coming on, Connor, and goodbye.
Thanks very much.
Oh, cut him off halfway through a sentence. Oh well. Brutal. Liam, how does it feel to earn that first key?
Look, I must admit, when I saw Connor was going to be a challenger and I watched last week, I was like, okay, he's got some chops, he's got some He's got some
Got some
knowledge.
knowledge.
He's
Yeah.
got some knowledge. He's a threat. He's not the young boy that I would expect you to feed me on my first offense. And I was like, when I saw the topic, I was like a little worried. I was like, oh boy, NWA, WCCW, shit. You put up a really good challenge, and I was really, 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 really impressed. So, good job, Connor. I really appreciate the game. I really appreciate the challenge. But next time when you throw a challenge at me, now you know. You come with the king. You better be prepared to bow.
There we go. There we go. Do you have anything you would like to plug?
You could follow me on Twitter, I guess, at Liam_D_McCann. I have links to all of like my music stuff and all the stuff that I do that is not wrestling on there, which is cool. So just do that, I guess. And Black Lives Matter and go fucking fight fascists. Go on.
Thanks for coming on, champ.
Thank you, and I'll see you later, Rob.
Indeed. Indeed.
Adios.
And I've also cut him off mid-sentence, which, is becoming a habit at this point. Okay, and with that, we are about wrapped up. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you hit the follow button below the stream, you will get a notification whenever we go live. If you are an Amazon Prime subscriber and would like to thank you for the follow, Beard Yawn. If you're an Amazon Prime subscriber and you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, you can, for free, subscribe to this channel, which will basically mean Amazon gives me a bit of money and it doesn't cost you anything. And you get to do that for free once every month. So anybody who does that, greatly appreciated. Next week, I haven't got anything scheduled yet. I may do a freeway between the three winners of the All Stars versus VoW match if I can get them, if I can round them up. Yeah, and that would be for another title shot. Other than that, we've got the Trios Championship coming, the Trios Tournament coming up. I think we have 3 teams signed up so far. If anybody else would like to sign up, all you have to do is DM me, or send me a message in the Discord or whatever, at me on Twitter, whatever you want to do. Basically, all you have to do, get 3 members, one of you send me a message telling me who the other 2 people are, and you'll secure yourself a slot in the tournament, and that'll run as like a single elimination for several weeks. Schedules will be flexible, so don't worry if you're like, oh, I'm not sure I'll be able to attend every Saturday. You just need to be able to attend a few, and we'll work around you. Other than that, VODs. If you have tuned in midway through and you want to watch the rest, you can watch all the Voice of Wrestling Quid Nights we've ever done, either on the Twitch channel if you tap the video link. If you click on videos, then it'll give you our past broadcasts, as well as on the Voice of Wrestling YouTube channel. A day after each of these broadcasts, as long as I remember, I export over the recording over onto the YouTube, so you can use either of those methods. You can follow me at the Wrestle Quiz, which it says there, and as always, you can follow Voices of Wrestling there, and go there for fancy stuff like reviews, columns, etc., etc. I think that's about everything. Thanks for showing up, everyone, and I will see you probably next week. Peace.